Hello, it's me. It's Michael. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to dress up as my favorite of the exomechanical trio, Aries. A bit of foresight. Aries is the heavyweight, four-armed, diabolical monstrosity created by Drayden as an upgrade to Skeletron Prime. Its icon is the red skull, and the XF in its name stands for Exo-Fright, which applies to Thanatos and the other two. The twins are XS for Souls of Sight, and Thanatos is XM for, Souls of Might. That is directly on the wiki, by the way. Now, the first step to this, and even though I have it right here, is to know what Aries looks like. So, I don't want to summon in the boss myself, so instead I'm just going to equip the pet item. I love this pet item, by the way. This Calamity Vanity's pet item kind of shows us what Aries looks like. Aries is essentially an exoskeletron prime that stays above the player and uses the 4 upgraded weapons. They're all ranged weapons this time around and are very strong. Now, Calamity's Vanities adds in some cool exo-mechanical stuff, but this is probably one of my favorite items. The XF model chestplate. It summons 4 toy weapons to extend around you, and the tooltip, what do you mean I can't use them as weapons? I'm going to be learning programming soon, so if I ever make some sort of mod, there's definitely going to be an upgrade to this where you can use them as weapons. Most likely as a ranger or summoner hybrid set. Now, shown by this is Aries attached to a cord, but just try to imagine it without the cord. Aries really isn't held up by anything by the looks of things. But we know it's held up by something, so if you want to make it look like Aries is launching itself, do the D-Gene's Curse thing I'm going to do. If not, you can find your own solution to it. Maybe use some pants or something to try and find a way to make a sort of Aries soldier. So this thing right here is the main component. Putting it on, I'm going to hide the pet for this. Putting it on, if you cannot see, summons these 4 toy weapons, as it says. Which are the key to this. Equipping the Aries mask from regular Calamity kind of completes the look. Slap on D-Gene's Curse and Infernal Wisp dye, or some sort of dye that changes it to this bright orange to make yourself look a lot more like Aries. The official Terraria wiki has a section dedicated to roleplay or cosplay. For example, Mario, you use Nebula armor and the Flower of Fire. That also applies here. The weapons that you're going to want to use. Probably the Photon Ripper, since I believe it's a drop from Aries and it's definitely more suited for Aries. If the Infernum developers are watching this, which they're probably not, I had a fun idea. Give Aries a couple more arms and maybe make one of them a chainsaw. Alright, so the weapons that you're going to want to use are plasma grenades. The plasma grenade works well for the Gauss nuke, the arm that I cannot seem to, the arm that I am most worried about when it's the least threatening one, for me personally. And for the, I believe it's a plasma cannon, I believe it's like a laser cannon, a Tesla cannon, or a plasma cannon, and then like Gauss nuke, I can't remember. The Jailer works perfectly as it's a drop from Aries, I'm pretty sure, and it's, designed after the annoying attack that I'm sure all of us were hit by at one point or another. So I'm going to, the Jailer. How's everyone's day going, by the way? I'm really well. I just went to open gym with a couple of my friends. I'm really happy about this. I can't do flips, sadly. And this is gonna make me sound so stupid, but I can ground pound things. Alright, so essentially, the Jailer is... Okay, so I need ammo. You know what? Who Who else here thought that the jailer wouldn't require ammo at first? Just getting a look at it, it looks a lot like something that wouldn't require ammo. Regardless, this is the jailer, in case anyone hasn't used it. Attempt to make a 9-person Adrian. So basically, it's sort of Aries' attack. To stay above someone, it's simple enough. Just use some sort of mount that can be virtually invisible with this. The plasma grenade works really well. Or the wave pounder, for that matter. Where is it? The wave pounder, I'm going to charge them and show them to you. If anyone's used to my short videos, I'm sorry. I really wanted to go into depth on this. What's your favorite exomech? Comment below, please. I'd love to know. I will not judge anyone if they pick a mech that I don't like. I freaking love the boss fight. Whilst I'm getting this set up, I am actually going to do a bit of commentary on my exomech thoughts. Now, like, I knew that we weren't going to be fighting Drayden. There is no way we were fighting Drayden. He makes machines. We're not fighting him. There's no way. But the fact that they went above and beyond and took the modified vanilla lore that instead of the mechanical bosses being made by the mechanic, that Drayden made them, and just making him upgrade them is an insane idea. I'm adjusting my mic a bit. I also love the inclusion with that update of a bunch of new dies. I always felt lonely just using the astral dies as the astral king, you know, but I have a bunch more options now, like exo die, so it makes it a lot better. And while there's no there's no sort of relic for them, but the exomechs are definitely gonna be really popular with the community, I think, especially because they're a final boss. But regardless, the other, I don't really pay attention to too many of the arms, so we're gonna learn them. So we're gonna learn them in a minute together. Whilst I get a charging station set up for this. If anyone's curious as how to do other exomech cosplay, I really don't know, considering the other two don't really have limbs, which is what separates them off from Aries, which is able to be replicated perfectly. Where the heck is the charging station? Am I blind? Guys, I think I might be blind. Alright. Essentially, the wave pounder specifically works really well since it has the same projectile or particle effect as the cross nuke. And the best part about it, it's Stellar Strike screen shakes, which is much more fitting of a nuke. So that's charging. Let's hop in here quickly and look at the Tesla cannon, the laser cannon, plasma cannon, and Gauss nuke. This is most likely to be the Tesla cannon, which makes a lot of sense. I'm going to equip some rogue armor to show this off. I'll just put on the org test and stuff for this. If anyone hasn't read the Steam community comments on the Calamity mod workshop item, it gives a bit of advice as to why the boss rush might not be working for you. It's basically because Catalyst has an issue with it. So you're going to be going through endless queen bees. Now, it is ironic that we have to use weapons from the boss to do it, but it makes sense. Alright, now, get a look at this. It produces a very similar sound effect to it. And now for the laser cannon, which I remember very vividly. Something like the T... Wait, sorry, not the T-1000. The, what was it again? I'm looking for it. It was like that... Oh, no. Having a stroke mid-recording. pulse rifle is probably going to do wonders for this. Please tell me what you think of this concept. Remember, you can use any weapon you want. I'm just showing ideas that work. The testing cannon itself. Yeah, look, beams arc to nearby targets. For a laser cannon, I'd recommend something like a pulse rifle. Now, I've shown how to do the Gauss nuke already, but where is the... I'm not sure if anyone knows it, but like those little green bolts that it fires, which I believe are from this limb here. Might be from another one, but... I do know how to replicate those, I just can't find the weapon. And I've forgotten what it's called, oh no. I know it's here, somewhere. It was a magic weapon. It was that like green magic gun looking thing. I'm terribly sorry if it... Oh yeah, the nano purge, okay. I'm sorry if that went on too long. The way that it works, as seen by that, basically the way that works is awfully similar. So firing off 1 or 2 blasts works perfectly. And there is one issue. I'm sure a lot of us know about that big blender beam attack, which is... Okay, so who else has had this issue before? The rogue playthrough that I posted videos about, which I just finished recently, and other playthroughs as well. I love Aries, so I'd always pick Aries or get it down. Normally, I naturally get Aries down first because it's very easy to damage, but a bit hard to take out. During the blender beam attack, I'm not sure if anyone else has this issue. I always find myself going far enough for it to enrage, which produces a very nice sound effect. I suppose the Kurosawa works as well. Basically, just use weapons that sort of replicate its arms. I've shown you how to do one of them. If you want to make this go a bit better, there are a couple more things you can do. I'm going to show this off a bit in case anyone hasn't used Calamity Vanities. So the XS Leash bundle here is really decent for... It works pretty well for doing other things. For Thanatos, I do know how to do Thanatos a bit. The Universal Worm Scarf looks a bit like Thanatos. So equipping that and then the mask and using something like a mermaid tail or something similar to it, like the Mama tail, with certain metal, with certain gray or different colored dyes, can make it look well. Tell me what you all thought of this. The laser weapons that it uses are pretty simple. There is one more thing. If you're doing that, use the Sergeant United shield or the Brandon the Inferno with a dye color. Basically, it lets you block off damage, which is essentially what it does. Thank you for listening. This has been me showing you how to do Aries cosplay. So thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.